on, and then the green is what we're trying to protect. So that there's one for every municipality in the country. Then we get to land use, and I think this is more important, but what's vital is, I always use the example of a shebeen. Is people go to liquor board and they apply for a liquor license. The liquor license is awarded, same almost to in terms of you going to mining, you get a mining license, and then to the activity that you intend unlawful. It only becomes lawful if your land use is the same as or allows the activity that's in there. Now everybody says it's a problem, they don't like it when we do this, but think about it. If you wake up one morning and the shebeen is next to your home, then all of a sudden you would run to Spluma and say, okay, wait. We want to look at this. This doesn't work for us. What's vital about the instruments, the two that I've shown now, is they are consulted. So people have a input to it, and you're welcome to be part of the process. Okay, there's some land uses. The agriculture one is probably of significance. There was just a little bit talk of Act 70 of 70, and this is the permitted uses within your land use at the moment. Every municipality in the country is busy drafting it. If, for instance, wind energy is listed here as an activity in there, and I didn't check if it's listed in this specific one, this is just one of the municipalities I took, then legally you're allowed to do this. You don't have to do anything. So it would be proper of the people within any municipality to take a bit of cognizance when this is advertised and actually go and be part of the process to make sure that the activities that make sense is included. Okay, the Karoo. And what happens is we through the process, this is roughly where the Karoo biome is. The area is the yellow area. We made it a little bit bigger because when you draft an SDF, there's certain external things that affects whatever you're trying to do inside. So if we look at the yellow space, it would not be clever to ignore East London, Nelson Mandela Bay, Cape Town, and so forth, because economic activity will cross borders. So what we've done is we say that's our area, and we will use the linkages that goes on next to them. There's a lot of maps, but I think this one is probably one that you might be interested in. This is all of the renewable energy projects that we could pick up, and some innovation. The square array is also in there. And this is the projects that we see within this Karoo regional SDF. And the idea is that we want to try and bring all of this together. Because if you go to some place like Williston or Calvinia, and they go to Parliament and convince them to do anything, their significance within the South African space and the contribution to the GDP is just simply not enough. But if we can take this whole space and we as a collective begin to do things like in renewable energy and say, this is our plan for the space, then the collective creates that critical mass, and then it starts to work. And I think that's some of the ideas that we want to say, is bring all of the things together that what makes this space work. We create policy that enables it so that the amount of red tape becomes less. I'm running out of time, but let me run. This is the national SDF, just to give you an idea. And the arid agri region is the one that's more or less conforming to the Karoo space. And this is the plan that on a very high level, that where we are going to take the country with all of the innovations and so forth. Documentation is available. I'm not going to go into each one of them, but we, in the next phase, currently busy unpacking everything that goes into that plan. Then quickly on the Karoo SDF, it's a project that's currently happening, so we're not done. I can't tell you the end state. I can just tell you we're in phase 3 at the moment. We're busy developing a vision for that space. How do we transform it? Where do we go with it? How do we ensure that the heritage and the areas that need to be conserved are conserved? One of the anchor points is innovation, to say this can be innovation region and where we go. And then it's important to have a governance structure and where we go from there. This is just a map in terms of how we see the space, towns that can be regional anchors, then the rural service towns and other towns.